Hello everyone, this is MMA Interesting Prospects podcast. Today our guest is Elton Bamba, who will be fighting on AFN number 6, April 27. Hello Elton, how are you?
Hello, my friend. I'm good. And you?
I'm good, thanks. Elton, you will be fighting in Sweden against Zoran Milic. So if you can tell me how your camp is going for now and how do you feel before this bout?
My camp is going very well. Um, I've been training for a long time because I like other fights planned before, but this fight fell off. So even though this fight was announced like 20 days before, I was already in camp. I was already in shape. So it just minor adjustments, and we good to go.
And did you have a chance to watch any of his previous bouts?
I think I watched one fight, but I let my trainer do the work about that. I don't really. I feel confident if he's a grappler, a striker, a kickboxer, a boxer. Really, I feel confident anyway. So let's do it.
So from your perspective, doesn't matter because you are well prepared. So whether it goes, it goes.
Yeah, I need to be. This is MMA. I can't be like, oh, I'm a boxer. I will box everyone, or I'm a wrestler. If I think like that, I won't go far. So I'm an MMA fighter, so I will be good anyway.
And you will be fighting in Sweden against the fighter from the Sweden. And do you feel that you're gonna feel some maybe pressure from the fans that you are fighting on like hostile territory, on the enemy territory?
Uh, that's the way I like. That's the way I like. I don't like fighting in my hometown and my mother watching the cousin. That's the real pressure when everyone expects something for you. Oh, you have to do this, you do this, and this, and the ticket and everything, you know. But away, it's just me and the other guys. So let's do it.
So for you, it's like a perfect solution because it's like other country and you can go there and just win a fight.
Yeah, I'll go there. I visit a new country. I face a guy that is human, just like me, two arms, two legs. So it's me peaceful, you know. I think it's. I don't know too much about Sweden, but I think it will be a good place to know. So everything is good for me.
And is it a one fight deal for you with AFN?
Can you repeat, please?
Yes, your contract is only for this one fight with AFN.
Yes, yes. Only for one fight, yes.
So maybe with a win, maybe some finish, you will get another chance from the promotion.
Yeah, maybe it's the money right. The fights are good. Maybe why not?
How did your journey with combat sports started? Do you have any like previous background before MMA?
Yes, my most solid background was boxing. I started at 9 when I was like karate, but just nothing too serious. Then I started boxing at 11, but as a secondary sport because I was play football. But then I realized that football wasn't real for me. Collective sports and depending on others, and I was receiving red cards for being violent, and I was like, I got stick to boxing, you know. And I started boxing, restarted boxing, but having some matches, amateur, and that's it. Previously, before MMA, there's mostly boxing.
And do you like the like grappling part of the MMA, like submissions, wrestling, this area?
At the beginning, no, because I used to fight like separate, you know, striking. But then I thought like I have to be good at this because boxing is not enough. I started getting good at this, defending takedowns at the beginning to maintain in the boxing area. But then I used to I started to develop more in jiu-jitsu and wrestling and started liking it more. And now it's like I'm good. I like it.
And if you can tell me more about your gym that you are training in, about the gym, about the coach who is your like main coach.
My main coach is Mauricio Reis, former fighter too. If you go on his topology, you can see that there is no much trainers more experienced than that. A lot of fights, a lot of experience, and he's Brazilian. In Brazil, he used to train with the best guys. Like recently, if you know Toquinho from the UFC MMA, recently came to my gym. They are long friends, So he has a lot of experience that he can turn to us, to me, to my teammates, and that's why I am where I am now, thanks to him in my MMA situation. I'm good thanks to him. So
Do you have a sparring partners on a, let's say, similar level that you are right now?
yes, I have. That's kind of awkward to me because most of my sparring partners are still on the amateurs, but they has the same level as me. So, and my sparring partners are they are all different, Some is short, southpaw. Other guys like to brawl. Other guy is technical as hell, Other has the that Olympic style, in and out, in and out, So it's not like we are all the same. We have like different aspects. So that's why I develop a lot in every aspect.
And also in European MMA, sometimes the guys are 0-0 as the pro, but they have like 20 amateur bouts. So they still can be really, really dangerous and also experienced fighters.
That's right. That's right. That's some fighters like in Russia, and I don't know if in Poland is like that. I don't know the situation in MMA, but the eastern parts they are like fight like every 2 weeks. I don't know. They like fight because they have like how can I say, support from the the sports committee. I don't know if it's the name, the sports federation. They have like support, money support. So for them, the amateurs is good. Here in Portugal, we have no support. That's why we have most of our fighters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, mostly 10 in the amateurs and then pro. Uh, that's why.
And about MMA in Portugal, did you see some differences like from let's say 5 years ago up to now? Is there like maybe the sport has more fans that it was before?
Yes, certainly. Because five years ago, MMA wasn't told. I mean, we used to see the UFC the same as we see now, but in terms of having our own events, it was a little bit different. But now I can say Portugal is growing in terms of MMA because of fights like Manel Cap, Fialho, Pedro Carvalho. Even in the amateurs, I know some fighters that were Zé Machado was gold medal in the IMAF. Yuri Rodriguez was like bronze medal. Is my teammate. Um, Alex Rita was, I think, silver medal in the IMAF tournament. And I think 2 or 3 years ago, Portugal never had a medal in the Europeans on the World Championship. So we are growing, and let's see where it takes us.
So maybe there is a chance that in a few years you will be like one of the main faces of Portugal MMA in the UFC or maybe in other big organization.
Yes, that's my aiming. Doing it for, I mean, fighting is fun, but uh, getting punched in the face just because, nah, I wanna really grow, get big, like I sacrifice so much things to be where I'm at. I train sometimes 3 times a day, uh 2 times a day. It's every day, but sometimes 3 times a day. I like to be in top shape, to be ready for any opportunity, just like I'm doing it now. I was ready when they call me. So I want to get big. I want to, represent my country, be seen as the number one. That's my aiming. That's my goal.
And a few minutes like earlier, you mentioned Toquinho, Rousimar Palhares, and
Yes, yes.
how was it to train with him, and what do you think about his style?
Tough style, mostly on the grappling side, because the experience he has makes us think more. Uh, uh, were like sparring, and then was a moment that I grabbed his back, you know, and I was thinking like, oh, so he's not that good as I think he is, But just in 1 second, he switched and he grabbed my leg. He switched to a leg lock. I didn't even know how he did that, but I was like, oh, that's experience. He was trying to make me think it's easy, and then boom, I already have to tap, So there's a lot of experiences. It was good to train with him, and I learned some things. Yeah.
In one point of the time, he was like one of the most dangerous guy in the MMA because nobody know how to deal with his leg locks.
Yeah, yeah, yes, yeah. It still is. It still is. For what I seen, it still has it. It still has. Of course, it's a little bit older. The speed is not the same. Maybe the power is not the same. But the experience in it can show us. You can see, like, you can really learn a lot from him just by seeing him. And I seen and I trained with him, so it was very good for me.
Do you have a like plan for your career? Let's say that in like end of 2024 you want to have like few additional bouts. In 2026 you want to be in the UFC. Do you have this kind of like plan?
Yes, you just it's right on the target. Uh, Before 2026 ends, I want to have a big contract, like UFC, or I think the aiming is always UFC. I I never dreamed of too much because, as I said before, Portugal was never there when the best were talked about. Portugal were never there, so I never really dreamed of being like a big UFC name because I didn't even know if that was possible. I plan to be on a big event on a big contract, on the biggest events, of course, before 2026. Also, yeah, uh, I mean, I will be 24. And I was saying I never really dreamed of being like the top fighter because I never seen a Portuguese fighter doing it before, and MMA scene here was so still down, so you can't really dream too much. But no, I think it's way more and more possible to be up there. I don't want to be fighting in small events forever. I want to get big. I want to grow up. Be everyone to know who Elton Bamba is. Change my family fortune, everything. So that's my plan.
Do you have a fighter who is inspiration for you? Like, let's say you are watching his fights and you think that he has a great style on, or maybe in interviews he's like seems to be like inspirational.
Active or inactive?
Doesn't matter. It can be both.
If you're talking about inactive fighters, of course, Mayweather, the skill, the mentality, the is great to be better and always win. If you talk about active fighters, and now we'll talk about MMA fighters, I look up to right now two fighters. Petrian, I like his style. Is for me the best in UFC. And I don't know if too much people know this guy. Lucien Keita, a fighter. He fights in the octagon events. The guy is good. I don't know how he's not in the UFC, but I like him a lot. That's two fighters that I really look up to. But I don't really try to emulate too much their styles. I like to be my own style, but some things from them, I take, but not just too much, not too much. Yeah.
I think that Keita probably I believe that he dominated like in the octagon cage because he was fighting in both like featherweight and lightweight division. He had great results. So his like place also should probably be in the UFC in
Yeah.
near future.
Yes. Who's he gonna face next in the octagon? He's already dominated two divisions, as you say. So he has to step to the next level. I don't know how. I don't know if it's a management problem, or I don't know, but he has to get to the next step. He's too good to be there in the octagon.
And outside of fighting, when you have some free time, what do you like to do? Do you have any like passion, hobbies?
No, I just study fights. I just lay down the same way people lay down to see Netflix. I lay down to see fights and more fights and more fights. And sometimes I fell asleep because I already saw every fight. Or I wait to another event, to something I never seen before, or I just have to repeat fights and fights and fights. That's what I like to do. Be home, lay down, see fights, eat some good pizza, you know, off camp, of course. And that's the main thing for me.
And did you have a chance to watch a UFC 300?
Yes, I seen it. I seen it was a good event, very very good event.
Yes, the Max Holloway knockout will be something to remember for many years.
Yes, I forgot to mention he's one of my favorites too, but I I wasn't expecting that he would dominate the fight. Nevertheless, he'll disengage. That's why MMA is special. Everything can happen. Everything can happen.
Yes, definitely. One second before the final bell, and he was winning before, so it's also like quite risky to do.
Yeah, but that's why the fans like him, because that's the DMF belt. He just showed that he is the baddest. Uh, I like the Zhang Weili fight too. I seen it. For me, was a very good fight too. Normally, I don't see that many girls who can, do such an interesting fight. But that fight for me was very good too. And yeah,
And do you have dreams outside of fighting when you are of course planning your career, but planning also your life in the future? Do you have dreams in upcoming years that you would like to goals or dreams to achieve?
you're talking about like when I retire from fighting.
No, like more of the life goals, maybe you plan to visit other country, maybe you want to achieve add some skills to you as
Well,
the person.
well, as I say, I really never had the chance to visit another countries because of my economic status, But I think fighting will take me to a lot of places, and it's starting right now. And also, I really don't think too much about trips, But I I have like small basic dreams, like having my own home, put my family, live well, have kids. Maybe one day the kids wanna fight too, be fighters. But the simple life, not too much extravagant. Of course, I will want to have my dream car, some things like that, but nothing too fancy,
So I have one last question. What is your official prediction for your next fight?
I don't like to predict, you know. Um, I don't know if that's good. But last time I predicted my fights and as a KO in the second round. You can hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir. I predicted as a KO in the second round, and I got it in the first. It will depend. Depend. I go there and fight. They. I don't know. It's gonna be easy. I don't. I can say it's gonna be easy, but I will try to make it look easy at the minimum. That Zoran Milic fits in his own backyard, Sweden. I'm just happy to fight. I'm just happy to be there, and that I don't believe there's no pressure on me. Even even if I don't think about that, but even if I lose, like I'm 22, I'm too much to learn. It's 27, 3-2. This is like one of the last chances for him to make a statement, to beat undefeated fighter is. I don't think about that. I just go there, have fun, beat them up, come back to my family with more money, and that's it. I just don't care, brother.
Okay, Elton. So many thanks for the conversation. I hope that you will win this fight. Maybe few next, and in like 2 years you will carry the flag to the UFC as the one of the main guys from Portugal.
It will happen, bro. It will. I'm trying to do that, and then you will remember this interview. And then we do another interview, brother. 2 years later.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Yeah, it will happen, brother.